now. Fantastic. Great. Okay, good morning, everyone. We will get started. So I'm just going to do 2 more rounds just to articulate the spine, just to warm up a little bit. And then just have your slider and your weights close by. So just standing nice and tall for me. Be mindful to have even pressure on both feet. And thinking of your posture, because we're working at home, we tend to be hunched over on our phones. So think of shoulders stacked over the hips. And think of drawing the head back a little bit more. Don't go all the way back. Just be mindful to have the head nicely stacked over your pelvis. Relaxing the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Then using that exhale to rock your chin to chest. Tuck the tailbone under. Just start to unstack the spine. Relax into it. Reaching for the floor. Good. Tailbone lifts up towards the ceiling. Soften the knees. Allow the head to relax. Good. Inhaling through the nose, then exhaling out to open out. Take a deep breath in again, and then scoop the belly button as we start to restack. Good. Rolling. Shoulders nicely stacked over the hips. Good. Deep breath in again, using that exhale to rock your chin to chest, and we're going to start to unstack the spine again. Good. Tailbone lifts towards the ceiling. When you're at the bottom, relax the head and shoulders, soften the knees. Take a deep breath into the center, and then just walk your hands over to one side. Try and square off your shoulders in line with the ball beside you. Allow the head to relax. Inhaling again, using that exhale, and we'll take the hands over to the side. Good. Slowly draw back into the center. Deep breath in at the bottom. Exhale as you roll up. Stay with that exhale. Rolling lower, middle, upper, rolling the shoulders all the way back. Postman's here. He must think I'm half crazy. Rolling up and down. Great. So roll the shoulders all the way back for me. And think of lifting the shoulders up towards your ears. Good. And then just roll them forward. Or if you were going backwards, or if you're going forwards, I should say roll them backwards. Good. 3, 2, lovely, 1. And then just taking a nice inhale in the center. Just slowly as you exhale, just drop that ear over towards your shoulder. Keep the shoulders nicely pressing down. Inhale here and then exhale to sink a little further into the stretch. Good, get a lovely stretch into the trapezius. Good, slowly take it back to center. Breath in the center, use that exhale as we sink over to the other side. Good, breath in, use the exhale just to sink a little further. Slowly lifting back to center. Fabulous, gorgeous. So we'll get into our slider section first, then we'll do a bit of core after. So we'll start on the right hand side. So have your slider, your little hand towel or your sandwich bag. These are the ones actually that I got in Aldi. They're actually nice. They might be a bit loud after this, but we'll see how they go. I didn't record myself yesterday. So we're going to sit in a little squat. So as always, I know you're all used to me saying it, we're going to work on that neutral spine. So a nice straight spine. Think of the tailbone reaching down towards the floor, crown up towards the ceiling. So don't tuck so that you go into the lower back, and don't tuck that you're drawing the belly button in too much. So you want to keep that nice neutral spine. We're going to be sitting down in our squat. Think of the shoulders are nice and wide. We're going to have the elbows glued by your sides, hands up towards the ceiling. With your tins of beans or else just body weight is totally fine, or if you have small weights. Relaxing the shoulders. Good. And then again, our left foot is really pressing into the floor. We have our right foot on our slider. And we're just going to take our foot out to the side. And then we're going to reach the hands out in front, taking the palms down towards the floor. As you draw in, elbows squeeze by the side. Draw the belly button in, and then reach. And draw. And reach. Good. Inhaling as we draw back. Exhale as we reach. Keep those shoulders nice and relaxed. Don't have them drawing up by those ears. Good. Eye gaze straight ahead. Good. And reach. And draw. And reach. Drawing the elbows in by my sides. Good. Go as low as you can. And reach. And back. Just warming up. Good. Working the upper body. Working glutes, hands. Reach for 5. and 4. Good, 3. Last 2. One more, we're going to stay down. We're going to draw back into the center. Next, we're going to reach back and center. Reach. Same movement in the upper body. Hands down, ceiling. Good. Stay low in that little lunge position or that little sitting squat. Good. Reach. Keep the shoulders nice and squared. Think of keeping your hips squared as well. So I'm not taking one hip up. Hips lovely and squared, shoulders squared. Good. Last 8. Last 5. And 4. Good. 3, 2. Last one. Reach back. Then we're going to take the weight in front and back and front. Good. Taking the heel back and then dragging the heel out in front. Good. And reach. Good. Excellent. Really nice. Keep going. Good. Punching the fist in front. Reach. Reach. Good. Excellent. Last 5. 4. Good. 3. And 2. Good. Last 1. Drawing it all the way in. We're going to lift and lower. We're going to have our hands by our sides. We're going to lengthen it up nice and tall. As we drop down, taking the heel behind, hands up, and lift, and drop. Good. Down into that lunge, keeping the hips really squared. Good. Lovely control. Good. Low as you can into that lunge for me. Pressing back. Hands raising up towards the ceiling. When my hands come up, my shoulder blades are still melting down. And drop. And lift. Good. Last 5. And 4. Good. 3. Last 2, and we're going to stay down. Last 1, stay down. Good. We're going to bring the elbows by our sides. Palms facing forward. Stay down, in and out of that back heel. Reaching the hands up, squeezing the elbows by the sides. Good control. Stay as low for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it down, little pulses. Good. Pulse for 10. Good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice and tall. Good. Almost done on this side. We're going to come into our courtesy. So we're going to add in a circle with this one today. So as we take the foot out, you're going to draw a circle all the way behind, but then go into your courtesy lunge. And then we're going to lift. Courtesy. Tuck the hands under. And lift. Good. Excellent. Tucking under. Reaching to the ceiling. Good. It's like you're drawing a half circle. Then we're reaching a little further as we drop down. Good. Reach. Lovely control. Lift and tuck. Reach. Really strong in the upper body. Lengthen through the fingertips. Good. Don't allow that doming in the tummy. Hold the belly button back. Lift and drop. Last 5. Good. 4. 3. Good. Sit as low as we can for 2. Good. Last 1. All the way down. Elbows by the sides, in and out of that heel. Good. Working into the triceps here. My hands or my palms are facing towards each other. Just bend the elbow. Good. Last 5. 4, 3, 2, 1, stay down, little pulses here. Draw the elbows up, hold that bicep curl and pulse. Last 10. Good. 8, don't hold your breath. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and lift. Woohoo! Grab a drink if you need to. Grab a towel, I'm actually good. So grab a drink. We're going to do the same on the other side. So this time pop your slider in your left foot, or under your left foot, I should say. We're going to do the same on the other side. So alignment, remember, nice and neutral spine. Think of lengthening from the tailbone and the crown of the head. Sitting down in that imaginary chair, draw the belly button in. Imagine your hip bones are being drawn together. That's going to really activate your transverse muscle. So that's the lower abdominals which we want to work. So imagine those hip bones drawing together. That'll give you that engagement. Sitting down, be mindful to really work that left foot into the, or right foot into the floor. Shoulders nice and relaxed. And we're just going to press all the way out. So we're going to take the hands wide for this one. So we're going to take the hands wide as we press our foot out. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Don't lift them up by the ears. Together, out in front. Good. Arms long. Press. Good. Try and stay really stable through your pelvis here. So I'm not swaying my pelvis. That core engagement, those hip bones drawn together, will help keep that stability in the pelvis. Good. And wide. As I'm taking my hands wide, I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together. Lovely. Press. And press. Good. Don't take that tension to the neck and the shoulders. Last 10. Good. Last 5. And 4. Good. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Drawing all the way in. We're going to press back and center. Back. Good. And it's that bend at the elbow. Good. Drawing back and reach. Good. Scooping the abdominals. Remember those hip bones drawing together. Shoulders relaxed. Exhale on the effort. Inhale to prepare. Exhale on your effort. And back. Good. Last 5. Good. Last 4. And 3. 2 more for me. Good. 1 more. And then we're going to reach back and forward. Good. Good. It's that bend the elbows and press the hands back. As I press my hands back, really activate through your triceps. Good. Good. Lovely. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Really nice. Good. Reach. Back. Forward. Back. Low as you can. Last 5. And 4. Good. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Keep the hands back. Press your heel back. Little lower for me. In now with that heel. Straight back. Drag it in. Correct your alignment. Good. In and out. Pull the hands back. Last 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Stay down. Hold it down and pulse. Last 10. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Into our lift and lower. Lift. Hands up with me. So dropping down. Lift. Lower. So we're doing the opposite this time. Last time we were taking the hands down as we lifted. Press. Really draw back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift. Press. Good. Lifting. Press. Keep the hips squared. Good. Those hip bones, imagine them drawing together. Last 8. 7. and 6. Last 5. Low as you can. 4, 3, low for 2, and 1. All the way down. I want you to lift that front heel and lower. Lift, lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grow nice and tall. Well done. Almost there. We're going to do our circle. So little sit, sitting down in that nice imaginary chair. Shoulders relax. Good. We're going to circle all the way out, dragging all the way back in. Good. So remember, pressing out, drawing circle, that we add in the courtesy, and lift. Ready? So we're going to add in the arms. We're going to take the arms out nice and wide, draw the shoulder blades together. Keep the hands nice and wide, sitting down, circling, courtesy, and then draw back. And circle to go tall. Good. Low as we can, dropping into that courtesy lunge. Arms will tire. Stay strong. Good. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Soften the elbows, so don't lock out the elbows for me. Good. Last 5. Low as we can. 4. Last 3. Strong for 2. 1 more. Hold it down. Stay down. Elbows by your sides, in and out of that. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it and pulse. 8. Go 3, 2, 1. Grow tall. Well done, amazing. Walk it out for me. Little marches up and down, onto the toes, swinging the hips. Inhaling and exhaling. Just walk it out. Good, last 4. 3, 2, and 1. Good. So grab a drink if you need to. We're going to pop our weights down to the side. So we don't need those. And we're going to take both sliders. I have my mat in front of me. The mat is the same color as before, so you can't really see it. So my mat is in front of me, nice and long. So I'm just going to use it to pop my hands on the mat. If you find you have wrist injuries, you can fold the mat back. I'll do it here. So fold the mat back a good bit. And you want the heel of your hands on the edge so that you get that little lift into the wrist. That'll prevent any wrist injuries. You can come up onto your fist if you'd like, or else come down onto the hands. Also, you can come down onto your forearms. So there's loads of options if you're feeling any movements in your wrists. We're going to take both sliders or both sandwich bags or whatever you have to hand. And we're going to come all the way over. We'll stand up on both sliders. So I have my feet on both. My mat is out in front of me. We're just going to do 2 roll downs like we did at the start of class. So again, we're nice and tall, rolling through that spine. Feet are about hip distance apart. Try and soften the knees for me. Take a deep breath in. Good. On that exhale, we're dropping that chest. We're starting to unstack the spine. Good. And imagine it's that string of pearls. Stretch the string in between each pearl, in between each vertebrae. When you're at the bottom, soften the knees, take a deep breath in, scoop the belly button and just roll back up. Good. Relax into it. Shoulders nicely stacked. Good. Inhaling. Next one, try and roll down, but try and keep the spine very central. As I drop my chin to chest, think of keeping the spine nice and central, so I have even pressure either side of my vertebrae. Next time, as we come all the way down, we're going to walk the hands out onto the mat. So my toes are tucked, my heels are high on my sliders. My hands, it's in there, my hands are on my mat. And as I said, you can come onto the wrists or you can fold the mat over. Try and have the shoulders directly over your wrists as well. That's going to give you some support. But my knees are hip distance apart. My level ones, we're going to start with our single leg like we do every week. You're just reaching that heel behind and drawing it back in. Keeping the knee lifted. Really important here is for you to stabilize through your pelvis. So your pelvis isn't swaying, your core is engaged. So imagine those hip bones drawing together again. Activate your transversus muscle and drawing back in. My level 2s, or if you want to challenge today, we're going to come all the way out into full plank. Then we're dragging that right knee in and releasing. Just single leg for now. Because we have both feet on sliders, it's a lot more challenging to stabilize here because there's less grip. So really try and grip your core. Good. Knee in and reach. Just single leg. Good. Drawing that right knee in. Keeping my head neutral. So don't have your head down or too high. Good. And we're going to add in a crisscross. Right knee to left elbow. Cross. Same with my level 1s. You're going to cross over and reach. Cross. Reach. Squeeze those obliques. My level 1s, you're keeping the right knee lifted all the time. The left knee is pressing down into the mat. Good. My level 2s. Last 5. Last for 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Good. Dropping all the way down. Take the toes flat on your sliders. Just dropping down for me. Take the hands out in front. Release any tension off the wrist. And just drop your head down into your mat. Or into the floor. Take another breath in. Good, and then exhaling. Good. Slowly roll up. I'm going to get you to take your bum and just pop it down on your mat. And we're going to have our sliders out in front. So we're going to do a little bit of core here. I haven't done this with you guys yet. This is something new. So we're going to actually use one slider. I'm going to take my heels and place them on my one slider or your little cloth or whatever you have. So heels are on my slider, toes are lifted, my bum is on my mat, so just a little bit of cushioning underneath. As always, when we're in this position, like when we do our roll down, up nice and tall on those sit bones. Even pull your flesh out from your glutes. Nice and tall, shoulders stacked over my hips. I'm going to take the hands out in front, no weights, relaxing the shoulders down. My collarbones are lovely wide. When you roll back, so we're rolling back onto that tailbone, I'm going to get you to press your heels away. Good, you're rolling, and then we're scooping to lift. Good, inhale at the top, exhale, scooping the abdominals, rolling lower, middle, holding at the middle, pressing the heels away onto the slider, drawing in nice and tall. Good, pressing away again. Scoop the abdominals to lift you back up. And press the heels away, lengthening. And lift. When we lift, we're nice and tall on those sit bones. You're going to feel it into your hip flexors here. Work through it. Any shaking in that core as we drop back. Scoop the abdominals, lifting up. Good, bending the knees. Scoop the abdominals at the top here as well. Remember those hip bones drawing together. Inhale, exhale. And lift. Rest. Lift. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Rest. The last 5. Good, and 4. Good, last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Hold it down for me. I'm going to get you to take your right foot, float it up towards the ceiling. So it's like we're in a teaser position. We're going to do single leg draw in and press. In, press. Good. In. Lengthen through that right foot. Drawing in, reach. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Both feet down. We're going to do the opposite side. Pressing that right heel into your slider. Lengthening to my left foot. Point the toe. Hands out in front. Pressing the heel away as I lower and lift. Good. 10. Good. 6, 5, 4. Good. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Nice and tall. Pull the knees in towards the chest. Good. Just get a little stretch. Push your chest through your knees. Reach out. Straighten out the legs to me. Draw the toes back. Either grab onto the knees, the ankles, or the toes, give a little stretch. Drop the head down. And all the way up. We're going to do the opposite side with our sliders, and then we're done with sliders. So help yourself over, hands onto the mat. We just need one slider, and we're on our left side this time. So if you did the left side the last time, right. So do the opposite side. I'm on my left. So my level ones, right knee down onto the mat, wrists shoulder distance apart. And really think of spreading your fingertips, or spreading your fingers and pressing your fingertips into the mat. And then pressing the heels. So we're really strong in the upper body. And I'm imagining that I'm pressing the floor away. My head is nice and neutral. I'm not dropping my head down. Level ones, reaching that heel away, drawing it back in. Press and in. Exhale. Remember, don't allow that folding in the tummy. So those hip bones, imagine they're drawing together. Belly button lifts a little up towards the spine. Level twos, we're going out into a full plank. Drawing that knee in and lengthen. Good. Really stable through your hip. Don't shake through your torso. Really stable. The only thing that's moving is our lever, so that knee in and out. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then it's opposite elbow to the knee. Drag that knee up across that right elbow. Activate the obliques. Cross. Then last 10. Lots of slider. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And drop down. Good. Toes flat. Take the knees really wide for this child's pose. And just sink into the floor. Come onto your mat. Find it a little bit uncomfortable. On the knees. Take a lovely inhale. Then exhale to sink into the floor. One more breath in here through the nose. Good. And exhaling all the way out. Amazing. Really good work. Well done, everyone. We'll come over and do a little bit of core. Oh, it's heavy, turn stomach. So we'll come over and do a little bit of core. Then we'll do a little bit of work through our back. So come over to sit on your mat. So if your mat goes lengthways, just change it or just go over to sit on it. Make sure you can see me. We're just going to do a little bit of a roll back here as well, just to help us articulate the spine and get us down onto the mat. So my feet are at the end of my mat. Down a little bit more. So good. Okay. So as always, up nice and tall on my sit bones. My hands are going to be on the outside of my knees. I'm going to get you to take a lovely inhale as the collarbones are wide. I'm nice and tall on the sit bone. As I exhale, I'm just going to roll back. But I want the shoulders to close over, leading with the lower spine. The shoulders stay forward. Don't grip onto the knees, just a little bit of a light placement of the hands on the side of the knees, dropping my chin to chest. Inhale, exhale, scooping the abdominals as I lift up nice and tall. Open up the chest. I gaze a little bit higher than just straight ahead. Inhale, exhale, scoop. Good. My shoulders close over. I'm rolling lower, middle. I'm holding. I'm inhaling. I'm exhaling to scoop, rolling up. And then the last thing is the shoulders will stack over those hips. Eye gaze is a little higher than just straight ahead. Chest is open. Inhale, exhale, rolling. Good. Rolling lower, middle. Relax the shoulders. You can lift. Lovely. We're going to come all the way down to the mat. So inhale at the top. Exhale, lowering. You can keep the hands out in front if you want that support. You can slide the hands down the side of the legs and then taking the head down onto the mat. Really nice. Good. I'm sticking into my head. Okay, very nice. Set up here. Neutral spine. Do a little bit of a roll through our pelvis. So I want you to have your chin about a fist distance between your chin and your chest. And remember, don't flare through the rib cage. Knit that rib cage together for me. We're going to work in neutral here. So I'm just going to get you to take your hands down by your sides. That's going to draw those shoulders away from your ears. Feet are about hip distance apart is fine. And then be mindful to have equal pressure on both feet. Really small movement here through the pelvis. I'm just going to get you to imagine that there's a marble on your belly button. So imagine that little marble on your belly button. I'm just going to get you to roll that marble down towards your chest. Your lower back is going to press into the mat. This is imprint. Take a deep breath in. Lovely exhale as you roll the marble down in between the legs. Just off the pubic bone. So just stop that marble at your pubic bone. You'll feel a little bit more of a deeper arch, a little bit more than neutral. And then I want you to roll the marble back towards your belly button. You should have a little bit of a gap, and that's our perfect neutral spine. Everyone is quite different. If you're quite lordotic, which I am, my spine kind of curves in just on my lower spine. So everyone's quite different. So it will feel different for everyone as well. But now what we're going to do is imagine that your tummy is a clock. And I'm just going to get you to roll that marble over towards 3 o'clock. Good. Don't allow that marble now to drop onto the floor beside you. Good. And then roll it over to 9. 3 o'clock, I said. Roll it to the 3. Like, give me only one marble. We can't roll to the 3 and the 12. So just rolling it to the 3 and then over to the 9. And then bring it to the 12. Roll it to the 3. To the 6. 9. 12. 3. Good. So we're getting that lovely, it's like a circling of the pelvis. Good. And enjoy it, relax into it. Rolling. Might be a little movement in the knees, that's okay. And then I'm going to get you to, when you're ready, take your time, don't rush. We're going to bring the marble to 6. So we have a nice arch. Arch is a bit too much for us. So we're going to roll back, taking that marble into the center onto our belly button. And then we have that lovely neutral spine. So holding neutral here, I'm going to get you to take a deep breath in. On my exhale, now we're going to roll that marble to 12, imprinting the lower back, and then taking the tailbone all the way up. Good. Tailbone lift, knees reach away. Squeeze the glutes here, lengthen through your fingertips. You want your knees nicely stacked in line with your hips and your shoulders. Good. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, we're going to march our feet. So taking all your body weight into that left foot, floating the right foot up into tabletop and lower. Stabilize through that pelvis. Keep the hips even as we lift left and lower, right. Good. Be really conscious now to keep those hips even. Don't drop on one side. Good. Even if it means you need to slow down. Keep those hips lifted. I know I dropped myself there. Keep the hips lifted. Squeeze the glute. Draw the belly button down. March for 4. 3. 2. 1. Both feet down on the mat. Stay up. Come straight down. Tap your tailbone and lift straight up. Squeeze the glutes. Tap. Inhale. Exhale as we lift. Squeeze the glutes. Inhale. Good. And exhale. Don't worry about your breath. You keep inhaling and exhaling. Tap the tailbone. Lift. Last 5. 4. Good. 3. Last 2. And on the last one, we're going to stay up. Squeeze the glute. Reach those knees away. Remember, one vertebrae at a time. Inhale at the top. Exhale as I slowly roll. Upper back. Draw the belly button down to the spine. Good. Middle. Imprint. And then roll into neutral. Don't go too far. Just neutral. Marble is on our belly button. reaching the fingertips down towards your feet. We're going to do some toe taps here. So this is really great. This is great post-pregnancy. It's great for pelvic stability. It's overall really good exercise. So you can do it, I know, if you're at home and you're on your mat or anything. It's really, really good. We're going to go slow and controlled today. So don't worry about getting 50 reps in. It's about keeping the core engaged and taking your time. Fingertips down towards my heel, drawing the shoulders away. Deep breath in. Slowly float your right knee into tabletop. Good. When you're ready, float the left knee. Good. Holding it here, if you want it and you want that little bit of a challenge for your core, work with that little bit of a neutral gap. If it's too much and you're feeling it on the lower back, take your knees back towards the chest a little bit and just imprint that lower back into the mat. We're keeping this lovely right angle, and then we're tapping our toes off the floor and lifting. Tap and lift. Good. Remember, control. Good. You'll feel that draw on your core as we slowly lower. Scoop the abdominals as I lift. There's no rocking in my torso. My hips and pelvis are really stable. Think of your pelvic floor here. So imagine you're stopping that flow of water. Just draw the pelvic floor up. Good. Keeping that right angle. Tap. Lift. Tap. Lovely control. You're going to feel a shake in the leg. Hip flexors are working here. We're working the pelvic floor. Core is engaged. Good. Last 5 and 4. We're feeling a niggle in the back and in that lower back. 2. 1 more. Good. Ponies up and tabletop. Readjust if you need to. Readjust if you need to. We're going to do a reach. So knees will stay in tabletop. And then we're going to slowly inhale, keeping the head down. On your exhale, reaching your fingertips towards your heels. You're going to reach one heel away, straightening out that right leg. Take it back into tabletop. Reach left, tabletop. Reach, reach. Good. Excellent. Reaching. Good. Reach the heel away and then draw the knee to tabletop. Good. Much better my bone sitting into back and head. Good. Remember, don't lose that stability. Really stable in the pelvis. If you feel it in the lower back, imprint that lower back if you want that challenge. If you're not supported in your lower back, your core has to work that a little bit more. Good. Reach. Tabletop. Reach. 8, 7, 6, 5. Last 4. Last 1. Knees and tabletop. Next time, we're going to reach, keeping the legs straight. We're going to lower that foot down towards the ceiling, lifting up and tabletop. So adding another movement, straightening the leg out, drawing that heel down towards the floor, scoop the abdominals to lift up and tabletop. Reach, lower, lift, tabletop. Reach, lift, tabletop. Reach, lower, lift, tabletop. Good. Good. Reach, lower, lift. Relax the shoulders. Good. Drop the chin to the chest a little bit. Last 4. Good. 3. Last 2. Lovely control. Last 1. And lift. Knees into the chest. And just rock your pelvis from side to side. Imprint that lower back. Good. Relax the shoulders. Well done. We're just going to do a little crisscross cycling. And then we'll come over onto our back. So just keep rocking the pelvis from side to side. Take your feet down onto the mat with me. And I just want you to rock both knees over to one side. Allow that glute to lift up off the mat. And then just rock your knees to the other side. You can take your hands onto your tummy or either side of the body. Just to release those hip flexors. Especially after holding tabletop for a length of time. Just rock the knees. It's really relaxing. So again, this is something else that you can do at home. Good. Lovely. Taking the knees back to the center. We're going to add in a little bit of flexion here with the head. So, relaxing the shoulders, my lower back is pressed down into the mat. Roll forward a little bit so you get that little bit of a neutral spine. Reaching the fingertips down towards my heels again. Take a deep breath in. As I exhale, flow my right knee to tabletop. Good. Breath in again, floating the other knee up to meet it. We're going to imprint our back by lifting the head and shoulders up, interlocking the fingers around the back of the head. Think of lifting the chest up. So imagine that there's a light or a string on your chest, and I'm just pulling your chest up. Lower back presses down. We're going to crisscross as we reach one heel away, opposite elbow to knee, and switch, and switch. Think of being slow and controlled today. Don't worry about doing loads of reps where we're swaying from side to side. Slow and controlled. Reach, reach. Press that lower back into the mat. Pelvis is really stable. Last 10. Good. 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 Last 2. Last 1. Good. Knees in. Knees can be wide. Draw the knees back towards your chest. Release. Draw them back. Good. Lifting that tailbone up. Last 3, 2, and 1. Good. Excellent. Slowly roll over onto your side. We're going to come over onto our stomach. So we're going to lie prone. So come all the way over. We'll just do a little bit of work through our back. So we're going to start with swimming. So again, swimming. Today we're going to be slow and controlled. So again, with swimming, I don't want your torso to be rocking from side to side. So I'm going to get you to take the hands out in front. My hands are shoulder distance apart. My nose is hovering off the mat. My shoulders are melting down my back. My toes are lengthening out. My feet are hip distance apart here as well. I want you to inhale through the nose. Good. As I inhale there, my belly is pressing down and I can just feel my lungs fill with air. Totally fine, totally normal. What we want to do is really engage our core, but we want a lateral thoracic breath so that we can keep that belly button going back. We can keep those hip bones drawn together. We can keep that core engagement all while continuing to breathe. So the next one, as you inhale, I want you to exhale. Think of those hip bones drawing together. Think of that belly button lifting up. Good. You have that blueberry. It's underneath your belly button and it's not flush. Good. Keep the belly up. Next time as you inhale, think of breathing into your rib cage and the sides of the body. Then as you exhale, think of pressing out the air, but you're pressing out the air into the sides of the body, into your back even. Inhaling, shoulders relax. My belly button stays lifted. As I exhale, breathing into your back. Good. So maintain this core engagement. Inhaling again. As I exhale, I'm going to float opposite hand, opposite to the way. Level 1, we can just lift and lower, alternating right and left. My level 2, we're going to inhale. Using that exhale, belly button is strong. We're floating both hands, both feet up. Good. Lengthening here, it's little pulses. Opposite hand, opposite foot. As you lengthen through the fingertips and the toes, eye gaze is down on the mat. Think of stabilizing through the torso. Slow it down if you want. Don't forget, deep inhale and exhale. My level 1, we're just alternating. Lifting, lowering. Good. Slow and controlled. And it's not about taking that hand and foot really high. It's about lengthening the toes, lengthening the fingers. That's 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release down. Switch everything off. Switch off the glue. Good and thing. Excellent. Keeping the hands and feet really, really long. We're inhaling through the nose. As we exhale, I'm going to get you to float the hands and the feet up off the mat. Good. Lengthen through the toes and your fingers. Draw the elbows back by your side. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Good. Lift that belly button. taking the hands out in front. Eye gaze at the mat. Squeeze and release. Belly button lift. 8, 7, 6, last 5, and 4. Good. 3, last 2, squeeze the glutes. Last 1, reach and release down. Lovely. Switch everything off. I'm going to get you to take the hands, reaching them down towards your feet. Again, my nose is hovering off the mat. My palms are up towards the ceiling. I'm lengthening through my toes. Take a deep breath in. Good. As I exhale, lifting the belly button up, squeezing the glutes, pressing the glute bone into the mat. Just lifting the chest up off the floor. Reach through your fingertips, little pulses up with the hand. Working into the triceps here. Keep a neutral spine so you don't have the head hanging. You don't have the chin lifting. Eye gaze just at the mat. Good. Squeeze the glute. Lift those feet up. Pressing the pubic bone into the mat. Pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and sink into the mat. Good. Pressing your hands into the floor, lifting yourself all the way up. We're going to come into a nice cat-cow stretch. So up onto your hands, we're going to go into 4-point kneeling. So alignment, wrists directly underneath your shoulders, knees directly underneath my hips. Nice and neutral spine. Deep breath in here. Lovely exhale. As I drop my tailbone down, there's a harness pulling my belly button up towards the ceiling. Good. I'm dropping my head. Just squeeze on the glutes here, allowing the head to hang. Take a deep breath in, and then roll through, tucking that tail, eye gaze straight ahead, my tummy drops down. And dropping the head, pulling the belly button up, rock through. Relax the shoulders. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. And enter. Good. When you're ready, taking your time, back to that lovely neutral spine. I'm just going to get you to come over to sit on your mat. I'm going to face you guys so you can see me. But you want your feet either side of your mat, so a little bit wider than hip distance. So this position can be very awkward. And again here, if you find that you're hunched forward, you're arching through the spine, then you can sit in that neutral. If you find you're hunched forward, that you can sit in neutral, where you have your hips stacked under your shoulders, I should say. And then you want that rib cage knitted together. Again here, just roll up the edge of your mat. So if you roll up the edge of your mat and sit on the edge of it, it's just going to push your pelvis forward a little bit so you're in that nice neutral spine. If you have a yoga block, you can sit on the edge of the yoga block. If you have a book or something, you can sit on the edge of the book. So sitting up in that lovely neutral spine, we're going to get a little bit of rotation through our waist. So feet are wider than hip distance. Toes are drawing back towards me. Don't know, you can just about see them there. Toes draw back towards you. Scooping the belly button, shoulders stacked over those hips. Taking the hands out either side. Hands are shoulder distance or shoulder height. Relax the shoulders. I want you to take a deep breath in. As we exhale, think of keeping your hips forward as we rotate over to one side. You're going to reach down either towards your knee or towards your ankle. Don't worry, you don't have to reach. One, it's just going in that direction. Getting that rotation. A little reach, you don't have to go all the way down. Actually, you're just trying to nearly chop off your ankle. So reaching that hand down, hand that's behind, lift it up towards the ceiling, and just drop the chin to the chest. Floating back into center. Inhale in the center, rotate. Good. Rotate first, hips stay forward. This rotation is through our rib cage. Just reaching down either towards the knee or towards the ankle, and that back hand lifting towards the ceiling. Float into center. Shoulders relax. Rotate and reach. Imagine you're high-fiving the ceiling. Rotate and reach with that hand behind. You might find you're a little bit stiffer on one side. Totally okay. Just go whatever feels right and feels good for you today. Rotate and reach. center. Good. One more either side. Rotate, reach, center. Last one. Rotate, reach. Actually, we'll do one more. If I start on that side. Rotate, reach. Good. Drawing back into center. Good. Taking your heel in towards you, whichever one you want. Just gonna draw the toe back towards you again on this side and just start to walk down your leg, dropping your chin to chest. Just holding it there, getting a little stretch into your back. Good. One more here, lifting up nice and tall. Right then, use that exhale as we reach. Good. Dragging your heel in the other side. Reaching your heel away. Deep breath in, exhale and good. One more. Inhale, top. Good. Exhaling. And lift. We'll come into our mermaid stretch. So while our heel is here, wrap the other heel around, sitting up nice and tall. Try and get those sit bones glued to the mat if you can. So sit bones glued to the mat, floating the hands out again, hands are shoulder height. Drop the hand down and reach. Imagine someone's grabbing onto that hand, lifting, lengthening, relaxing. Try and keep the shoulders stacked. Imagine you're in between two planes of glass, float into the center, and reach. Good. On the other side. Then just swap the legs around. Front. No, not loose turn. Reaching. Entering. Reach. Good. Right side. Good. Center last one. Really nice. Good. Take both feet. We're going to cross the legs. I'm going to do a little bit of like a cat-cow stretch here. So hands on the knees, shoulders are nice and relaxed. Taking a deep breath in. On our exhale, drawing the shoulders together, just like we did in our roll back. Just rocking back onto the tailbone, dropping your chin to chest. Allow the head to hang. Take a deep breath in. As we exhale, rolling back up onto those sit bones, opening up the chest. Eye gaze high as you can. Drop the head back. Good. Chin to chest as I roll back onto my tailbone. Holding it, deep breath in. Exhale, rolling up onto those sit bones. Collarbone nice and wide. Open up the chest. Drop the head back, relax the shoulders up. When you're here, I can't really do this in talk. When you're back here, the chin is lifted, the head is dropping back. I want you to just like move your jaw. It's just like roll around your jaw. I can't really do that in talk though. Just keep in one circle, side to side, keep them close. And then bring it back to center, lock the chin to chest. And hold down, chin, chest, relax the shoulders. Then flow the head back to center. Good. Inhale in the center. Exhale. As we drop our chin to chest again, you're just going to rotate the neck. Allow the head to drop back. Lower chin, chest. Go to your full range here. And then just roll in the opposite direction. Last one here. When you're ready, back to center. Head is in the center. Inhaling the center, drop your ear over to one side, getting a lovely stretch into our trapezius. As I take my ear to one side, reach the other hand away. You just do that a little bit more. Inhale in the center, exhale, slowly flow back, both hands on the knee. Breath in. Slowly dropping that ear over towards your shoulder. Your shoulder stays relaxed down, reaching this hand away. Lovely. Inhale, use that exhale to Good, and then slowly pull them back into center. Well done, everyone. Really good. I actually enjoyed those sliders. Brilliant. That's good timing. Thanks for joining me, everyone. Well done. And I'll see you Thursday. Yeah, time's 9. Thank you.